Jessica Stern, Supervising Professors, Arthur and Chris Nezu.
Go Sam!
Samantha Winter, Supervising Professor, Micah Lowe.
Samantha!
Elizabeth Whipple, Supervising Professor, Maria Schulteis.
Whipple!
Katerina Mosty, Supervising Professor, Professor Spires. Amanda Nicole Nemoyer, Supervising Professor, Naomi Goldstein. Megan Galloway, Supervising Professors, Kirk Heilbrunn and Naomi Goldstein.
About opera, so, but I'll have to find someone else to talk to. She's a very talented singer as well, and she has fended off, or she's turned down job offers from Apple and Google to take a position with a startup company in Silicon Valley, and I'm sure she'll be a tremendous success. I'm sure one of the reasons she was so hot on the job market was the unique combination of skills and experience she has, not only with the groundbreaking work she's done in neuroimaging and obesity, but also with her fantastic background in statistics and data analysis and quantitative and methodological techniques. And, you know, best wishes. Where are you, Sam? There you are. Congratulations. We'll miss you, and we hope you stay in touch. Okay. And is Michael Lowe here? Where is Dr. Lowe? Okay. You can start coming up while I talk about Brian.
All right.
Or Morgan.
Yes. All right. So I would like to invite Dr. Samantha Winter to come on up. So Sam was the first student, really, in our program to apply to the Applied Cognitive and Brain Science program, but actually want to apply that knowledge and that skills to the area of clinical psychology. And I was extremely fortunate that she was interested in the research area I was in. And so this has truly been a mutual learning experience for the past 5 years, and I mean that with all seriousness. When I first met Sam, it was literally like when she entered a room, the room lit up. And I noticed it immediately. I didn't know what to attribute it to, but I now know that after seeing rooms light up for 5 years, it is her innate intelligence, really brilliance. It is her amazing level of warmth, which is directed at everyone she meets. She has formed a wide variety of truly deep and diverse friendships in Philadelphia. Every time I see her, she wants to introduce me to her new very good friend, and they're obviously really close, and I just don't know how she does it. So I continued to learn that she actually was co-majored in both neuroscience and voice, specifically operatic singing, as an undergraduate, and I thought, well, how good could her voice be? Until finally I asked one day...
So she yelled at you, right?
Yeah, right. She tried to convince me of something in an opera. No, and she sent me a little clip. I had to kind of twist her arm to do it, and I could not believe it was her. She could have had a whole career just in that arena. So while also having an amazing level of accomplishments, she also is an elite athlete. She was an elite diver in high school, then turned to running and marathons and Ironman, and every weekend she was doing something like this, and I thought, how much can I expect? She's always running and moving and bicycling and swimming and so on. And yeah, right, yeah. But I was wrong. She just has so much energy, it has to keep being put out, or I think she'll explode. So she hasn't exploded, and instead all that energy has also gone into an amazing level of accomplishment. So in addition to all these things, she is truly an entrepreneur. As we are learning these days, entrepreneurship starts at a very young age. She has started with other students and professionals, little startup companies. We'll see how far they go. She actually applied for herself as a principal investigator for an Excite grant. It's a local funding innovation opportunity here. She got the grant, and several faculty are working for her on that grant. So it's a sign of things to come. She, during her time here, started out learning the brain, okay, which is a lifelong effort would be for most of us, but she went through the brain and just wasn't satisfied. So she then moved on to statistics, advanced statistics, then big data, machine learning, things that I don't have a clue as to what she's talking about, but as a sign of how well she did these things, she was invited multiple times by the graduate faculty teaching statistics and teaching big data and teaching machine learning to be her TA, so she could also explain it to the students. That is unusual. Oh boy. So she, along the way, has published 6 papers already. 2 of them are first authored, and she is the first author on a paper that's in the best journal I've ever been in. I couldn't get into it, but with her ideas and her creativity and her statistics and imaging skills and so on, she got me in. So I thank you for that. I owe you for a long time for that. And as you heard, she decided, when you have this many talents, where do you go? There's just so many places to go. And so in addition to being an incredibly skilled researcher, she said, well, I'll test the waters. I'll put my resume out there. These days, you put your resume in one place and millions of people can see it. We'll see what happens. Well, a few little companies called, a little one called Apple, another one called Facebook, another one called Google, and she was amazed, as was I. And we thought, well, they'll give her one interview, they'll realize her background doesn't maybe really make her appropriate for those kinds of companies, then another interview, then another interview, then an invitation to go out to Silicon Valley for all-day interviews, then job offers. Then, Sam being Sam, who turns down Google and Apple? Who gets invited to Google and Apple? But she did, because she's going to be able to have even more influence in this 10-person startup where she's going to be at the ground floor and really shape the products and services and so on to come. So this woman has gone places already and has many more accessible, and this knowledgeable. Everyone wants a piece of her. And so all during graduate school, people in my lab and other labs said, Sam, could you help me a little bit with this? She always said yes, and she spent whatever time it took in addition to all these other things. So congratulations, Dr. Windsor.